In this video, we're gonna talk about the 19 things that I think you need to know if you're thinking about moving to Madison, Wisconsin. That's because I'm not a Madison, Wisconsin native. Moving from Colorado and all the other cities I've lived in, I think these are some great things that you ought to know and might help you make that decision if you're thinking about moving here. My name is Mark Gladue. I'm a broker associate with Lauer Realty Group. If you've never been to our channel before, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the little bell next to it so you can be made informed whenever there's a new video about living in Madison, Wisconsin. All right, number 19 comes in with this. So if you've never lived in the Midwest and you are relocating to Madison, Wisconsin, this is a funny part. You need to know that a drinking fountain is actually called a bubbler. That's right, a bubbler. I'm not exactly sure why. I didn't grow up here, but instead of calling it a drinking fountain, you need to call it a bubbler. Number 18 is this. Otis Redding actually tragically died on Lake Monona in a plane crash in 1964. So when you go back with all the music scenes here in Madison, there's a couple of things on this list. So if we go to number 17, that means that Smart Studios was founded here in Madison, Wisconsin. So you have bands like Garbage, Nirvana, and the Smashing Pumpkins, who have all recorded right here in Madison, Wisconsin. So little known fact, when Elvis Presley was here performing, he was in his limo driving down East Wash and saw a fight happening on the side of the road, decided to pull over to help out whoever it was he was helping out. And the minute he got out, they noticed that it was Elvis Presley and everybody scattered. Liquor stores are open every single day of the week. That's right, Saturday, Sunday, holidays, no matter what it is. I know moving to Madison, Wisconsin, I lived in a couple of places where there were state-run liquor stores or just places where liquor stores weren't open on Sundays. So it's an interesting fact. I guess if you like to drink a lot, maybe this is a good thing, but you should know that in case you need to buy that bottle of wine for a host on Thanksgiving or Christmas, yes, liquor stores are in fact open every single day of the year. All right, now I wanna get into some things about the housing market here in Madison, Wisconsin that you need to know if you're thinking about relocating here or just moving within the city. So, number 15 is this. The average home price in Madison, Wisconsin in 2024 is $450,000, which leads us to number 14, which is if you're thinking about buying here, the market is still very competitive in 2024. So the average days on market in Madison is only 6. Coupled with that, with number 13, and that is, if you're thinking about moving here, the property tax is actually a little bit higher than in most places around the area. So if you think about it like this, your property taxes are gonna be around 2% of what your home is purchased for. So for $450,000, you're looking at $9,000 being your annual property tax. All right, for number 12, this is a fact that not a whole lot of people know about when they're looking to build a new home in Madison or if they're gonna purchase, for example, a condo in a brand new building, and that is that for every new single family build or single family residence or condo, the state of Wisconsin, or Dane County Parks, I should say, receives $250 for their budget in order to move forward and create all the beautiful parks. So think about it, if you're building a new home in Madison, and there are a lot of people doing this, Dane County Parks Department is receiving $250 per new door in Madison. Number 11 is this. The state sales tax, or the Dane County sales tax, I should refer to it as, is 5.5%. So if you compare this to other places like Minneapolis or Chicago, it's about half. However, if you compare it to the entire state of Wisconsin, the average there is 5.25%. All right, now we're going to get to the top 10 things that I think you need to know if you've been considering purchasing a home in Madison, Wisconsin, relocating to the Madison, Wisconsin area. And by the way, if you're thinking about doing either one of these things, my team is more than happy to help. You can call, send an email, text, or subscribe to this and send us a message right here on YouTube. All right, now for top 10. If you look at websites and all the places that say the top 10 places to live or things like that, livability.com actually puts Madison as one of the top places to live in the United States for 2 years running. Number 9 is Madison is one of the most walkable and bikeable cities in the US. That's because with that budget that Dane County Parks has, they've built over 200 miles of bike trails in Madison. So if you're looking for a really easy place to get around on your bike, or if you're looking to live in communities where it's really easy to walk to restaurants, bars, whatever it is you want to walk to, this is a great place to live. Number 8 is gonna come as no surprise to any of you. It didn't really come as a surprise to me until the first time I walked outside and it was -30. Madison is a very cold city in the winter. So if it is -30 degrees and you're thinking about taking a walk, you might wanna think again. You're probably gonna be inside playing solitaire, playing euchre, playing whatever board game you can find, and trying to stay as warm as possible. However, if you do enjoy -30-degree temperatures, the lakes freeze by about mid-January, so you can go sit on a bucket, ice fish, and perhaps that's the way you enjoy Madison as a very cold city. Madison, on the flip side of being cold, in the summer, it can get really hot and very humid. Me being from Colorado originally, it's a very arid state, so you don't see a lot of humidity, which again doesn't lead to feeling even hotter than it is. But it being very humid, if you're in a place right now that is not, and you're thinking about moving to Madison, Wisconsin, it can get a little bit hot and sticky here in the summer. So if you're thinking about the fact that you need air conditioning, it might be a really important feature to let me know about when you're thinking about purchasing that home. This is one that a lot of people don't think about until they actually get here, and that is that Madison can be a very hard city to get to. So if you need to travel someplace to see family, friends, or whatever it is, and you're thinking about relocating to Madison, just know that you're probably gonna be taking a connecting flight, or it could be a little more expensive to get to the destination that you're looking to get to. Number 5 is this: Madison is a very safe city. Depending on where you're relocating from, one of the great things that people find about Madison, Wisconsin is that the crime rate is fairly low compared to most of the major cities that surround us. So Minneapolis, Chicago, Detroit, Madison seems to be a very safe city. If you have any questions about this, you can always check out the crime rates on the web. All right, number 4 is Madison's a very clean city. A lot of times people come into this city that are visiting me from outside, wherever it may be in the United States, and they always comment on how clean Madison is. Now, I think part of this is that our annual property taxes are fairly high, so there's a lot of street sweeping that goes on, there's a lot of trash collection. The composting and recycling programs in Madison are exceptional, as well as trash pickup or just large junk removal from your house. So Madison being a very clean city, another great reason to think about moving here. All right, number 3 is this: we have a very diverse population when it comes to Madison, Wisconsin, and that means that because we have Fortune 500 companies, the University of Wisconsin-Madison, Madison College, as well as all state and local governments, we have a lot of people who are moving in from out of town, which creates a very diverse group of not only ideas, but also places to live. One of the great things about having all of these different people moving to the Madison area is it means that all of the different neighborhoods throughout the city